Shout out to the Wiz. She had a co-worker, a colleague, and he wrote a book. I'm always going to give credit to when credit is due. And he had some quotes in his book. And one of those quotes was, when did black people, especially black women, stop believing in God? So when I seen that, I said, I gotta touch on that. You know I do. So let me answer that question. Black people, especially black women, stopped believing in God when they started disrespecting men and they started disrespecting themselves. Black women no longer believe in God when they thought it was okay to expose their bodies all over the internet. When they thought that it was okay to go overseas and get their bodies done. When they thought it was okay to have multiple partners and sex was just, it was fun, it was pleasurable, it wasn't righteous. That's when they stopped believing in God. When our people started following the ways of the Europeans, that's when we stopped believing in God. See, Europeans will tell you, oh, it's the science, oh, it's the cosmos, oh, it's the Big Bang, it's evolution. They're going to feed you all this madness. And when we started following and believing that, that's when we stopped believing in God. See, when you don't believe in God, you don't hold yourself to high regards, because it's like, I'm going to do whatever I want. There's no God. I'm not going to be judged when I die. It is what it is. And nobody knows. I'm not here to tell you this is what's going to happen. I'm not going to teach that. Why? Because I don't know. And then the information that we have retrieved is information that we have retrieved from the enemy. The enemy will never give me intel to uplift me. It's always intel to scare me. Because when you're scared, you don't function properly, right? When you're scared, you move in a space of hesitancy. So I can't really trust what they're saying to me. I really can't. I'm just being honest. You know what I'm saying? So when you realize that you're not held accountable, you're gonna do whatever you want. This is why people love being Christians, because through Christianity, you're not held by the law. You're not held accountable. You can do whatever. Everybody's subject to make mistakes. You do whatever. Pray to Jesus. Go to church on Sunday. Eat the bread. Drink the blood. And everything is fine. You understand? These are the things that comes along. And a lot of it has to do with religion, with the false religions, right? The fact that we are even subject to religion is part of the reason why we no longer believe in God, because that's what religion was intended to do. Religion only means real legion. Real legions dwell inside these organizations. And when you go or participate or join these organizations, especially when you go through their satanic rituals, like the submersion of water, I don't believe that no more. I don't believe that. I feel like that so-called baptism is an initiation, right? Because they also do that in a 33-degree basin. So the submerge into water is basically you giving an alliance to an organization, and you get the perks, you get all that. But is it really of the creators? Is it really of the man and the woman that created this world? Is it? You gotta ask yourself these questions. And if it's not, then why are we doing that? And who said that it was right? And who's not telling us that it's wrong? Where are we getting this information from? We're getting it from the very people that took you from the shores of Africa, shipped you all over the world. Then when you were set free, after 100 years, they gave you a book to read, and they said, this is my life. This is how you're supposed to conduct yourself and operate. Like I say numerous times, these things was created. Religion was created to do what? To neutralize and civilize victims of war, victims of identity theft, victims of kidnapping, victims of rape, victims of slaughter, victims of everything. Anything that you can imagine a person can be a victim of, that's what religion was created for, right? To give you a space of hope and hope that things is going to get right, hope that things is going to change. Have faith, believe. I told you guys before, the last person that believe he can fly end up in jail. So I don't want to believe nothing. I need facts. And facts is the only thing that we need. Any illusion and something that you believe, that's your belief, right? Just like Martin Luther King, he had a dream. That's his dream. That's not our dream. And his dream has destroyed the community. We have yet to recover, and we probably will never recover. We probably will never recover. I'm just telling you the truth. We probably will never recover because of the trust and the love that we put within these people, right? Following other people's beliefs. You understand? And we just gotta we gotta tap in. We gotta tap in. We really gotta find ourselves as people. Like forget everything else. You gotta find yourself. You need to find out who you are. You need to find out where you stand. You need to find out your existence. How far can you trace your ancestors? Don't tell me no DNA nonsense. Your DNA is going to whose paper? Your sample of your blood or your saliva or your urine. What table is it going on? Is it going on the table of people that's from your from your race, from your bloodline? Absolutely not. Come on, man. Stop with the madness. Like I tell you before, no man is going to redeem you. Okay? We're putting these people to too much high regards, and like we're forgetting who these people are. I didn't forget. The system, the way that the world is functioning lets me know you can't forget. You feel me? So yeah, I'm gonna tell you. That's the reason why. That's the reason why black women don't believe in the creator no more. Don't believe in God. We're gonna say for layman's terms. Don't believe in God because they don't respect man. Look how they view a man. A woman will see a man and will break up with the man because the man is not giving her what she sees on social media. All black women want to be the next Kardashians. They want to experience that life. They want to travel. They want to do this. They want to do that. Meanwhile, we're suffering in the home, right? So a woman is not looking for a man that's working 40 hours, 60 hours. A woman is looking for that man that's running a business, owning this, driving a nice cars, getting into the bag, making over 100,000. That's what the woman desires. And if he's not providing that, she's not loyal enough, righteous enough to stick around to be that helper. If you feel like he needs to be needs to get 100,000, then you should do the job to help him get 100,000. But women don't do that because women don't have no respect for men. And if it goes vice versa too, we're not gonna make it seem like it's just our sisters as men as well. When you see a beautiful goddess, beautiful from head to toe, and you know she's giving you her all, and you still choose to do wrong, you still choose to be sneaky, you still choose to be evil and wicked. What you think you're creating a monster, right? Now, when a woman, now you're creating a monster because the woman now hurt and she's exposed to a whole bunch of sisters that's hurt as well. When you go into the social media, when you look into TV, you look into all these things, all these sisters is talking about the same thing. Oh, my man, they got a divorce. Now I can't trust no man. It's the same story, same script, never changed, right? So now, the information, the exposure is all battered, shattered, scarred women that's giving their testimony, and then you relate to that, and whatever pattern she did, you're gonna do it as well. And the pattern that these women is doing is anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, you violated, guess what? I'm gonna violate too. Oh, you did this, guess what? I'm gonna do that too. Oh, you acting like this, guess what? I'm gonna act like that too. So they do these things, right? They do these things. We see these things. We don't correct it. We just add fuel to the fire. And then when you do this for, let's just say 20 years now, right? let's say 15, 20 years, right? This is the MO within our black women and our black men. What you think is gonna happen? You're gonna get what you get now. Not only are you gonna get what you get now, offsprings are coming onto this earth with that same mentality. And when that becomes a mentality that's in a community, it's nothing but pure destruction and wrath that's taking place. And you see it going on right now. You see it all around you. Wrath and destruction, chaos, no order. And when things get out of hand and they get out of line, they're gonna send the great white hope. Whether it's the police, whether it's the Pope, whether it's somebody, the Dove soap, they're gonna send somebody to come wash these things up. And guess what? They're gonna throw all you niggas in jail. They're gonna put our sisters in these programs, right? No, we're not going to even talk about Project 2025, where they're literally writing in legislation to remove children from single-parent households. They're basically saying to our black women, oh, you think you just going to have this child and the man is not going to be around? Oh, yeah, we taking him. Because statistics show that you guys are unfit to raise a child. And society knows that. Single mothers, their children are more likely to end up in jail and the dead becoming failures because there's no balance, there's no hardship, there's no authority. So if there's no authority, how do you correct a child when they're doing wrong? You're gonna wait for the system to do it. The system is not gonna correct them. The system is gonna collect them, put them in a system, lock them away, leave them in an environment filled with lions, and bears. And when this individual come out, the mentality that he received from that environment, he's gonna manifest it into the community. It's a win-win for them. That's what they want. And then, not to mention, when these people come out, they ain't getting no jobs. Ain't no jobs coming your way. You ain't working over here. What? You got a felony? Nah, you an enemy. The F stands for non-friendly. The F stands for failure. That's what that F is. You think it stands for felony? No. It stands for failure. Non-friendly. You can't work here. You're not trusted. Even if you made a mistake, they don't care. This is the society we live in. And they know that we as black people can't put our heads together, can't come together as a community and give this person a second chance, give them a job, right? Help them get a college degree. They know this. They know all these things. Everything that I'm telling you, man, these people know. Everything that I'm telling you, these people know. So then what you do? What do? You're gonna resort back to the things that you need to do, and that's becoming a criminal, robbing, stealing, maybe even killing. You understand? Get locked up, and no matter the term of the circumstances that you was in jail, you probably gonna start squealing. You feel me? It's just a domino effect that we don't realize that we need a reality check. It's a domino effect. Come on, people, make it make sense. You gotta make it make sense. These is facts. You know what I'm saying? Facts over feelings, man. Facts over feelings. Right? So these are the issues that we got to deal with as colored people. And that's the reason why there's no respect of God. Because we don't respect ourselves. I think it is in Psalms 96 or 92. Psalms 92 saying that, don't you know that you are gods? You are gods. You are made in the likeness and their image. You was made to have dominion, right? The animals bow down to you. But you have allowed the counterfeit animals to rule over you. Yeah. And you have allowed them to change your views on society. We're letting the enemy tell us how to be civil. We're letting people who butchered their way into civilization, rob their way through history, murder, kill, and destroy. Now we're the one that's gonna tell you how to be civil. You gotta make that make sense. You gotta make that make sense. That's like a rapist is gonna tell you how to love a woman. A child molester is gonna tell you how to love a child. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And we don't see that. We don't realize that because we're so focused on trying to fit in with the Joneses. I don't want to be a Jones. I don't even know who Jones is. The only Jones I know is Roy Jones, and he got knocked out. Yeah, I don't want to be with no Joneses. I want to be whatever African name is what I want to be. I want to be with the Kuntas and the Kentes. You understand? I want to be with my people. I want to follow their ways before the invasion of the same people that's telling you how to be civilized. I didn't even know their ways. That's how I see things. And through following the ways of the old, you're gonna connect back to the creators. Because black people all over the world knew that there was a higher power. Now, the stories that they're giving us now, we all know that these are forced gods that was forced upon us. But we knew of a higher power. We knew the existence of a creator, of the creators. Plural. Yes, let us make man in our image. O-U-R. O-U-R. So it's plural. So we know these things. But yet we don't strive to look for that because we're so content in trying to fit in with the Joneses. Like we just adamant about that. Oh, now I gotta be amongst them. Yeah, man, my friend. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect. You could tell that we don't have respect for God because we even giving ourselves up to the enemy. We giving our children up. Our children is now being given to the enemy freely. Hey, take them, just take good care of her. Because these niggas don't know how to treat a woman. So we're going to go deal with the opposite race. You're going to see the black girl dating an Arab, knowing that the Mohammeds and the Arabic slave trade, the destruction that it did to black people. 1,300 years. That's how long that joint lasts. In fact, that joint's still going on to this day. It's just media not covering it. All through the Middle East, black people is treated like sugar, honey, iced tea. Talk to me nice. Then you get the Western, right? The transatlantic. That's the slavery that my ancestors was a part of. You think I could come home to my mother and say, "Yo, mom, yeah, I met this Euro step, and now no disrespect, but this is what you took. This is what you gonna expect. A marriage? Are you crazy? Never, ever, never in a million years, ever. And it's no disrespect. It's just you did wrong." And I don't want to hear people saying you shouldn't think like that. That's evil. That's racist. Listen, black people can't be something that they didn't create. I can't be a racist. I'm sorry. I can't be something I didn't create. The word racism came from Europeans. It didn't come from black people, so I can't be that. Right? I can't. Just like I can't be a gangster. Gangsters didn't come from black people. That came from Europeans. You try to be a gangster. You want to be a gangster, jumping out of capital, right? You want to be a gangster. And then you end up in the slammer because you're trying to be something that you're not. We want to be tough. We're not meant to be tough guys, bro. Trust me, it took me a long time to realize that all that tough guy stuff. Listen, that joint is just a quick way to jail or straight to hell. That's what it is. We're not meant to be tough guys, man. We humble, loving, caring people, bro. When you see your children, when you see your child, before putting them in school, before the exposure to television, before the exposure to anything, you see the purity of them. They love, they care. They cry a little bit, they complain, but they care, they love, right? The configuration starts coming when you put them in school, put them in front of a TV, put them in front of a tablet, bring them into a church. Introduce them to a religion. These are the things that change and alter the minds of a child. But a child is born pure, a child is born complete, a child is born with everything. No child is born with a situation unless you put that situation in there. And we're going to have a whole nother conversation about that. Facts. But this is the reason why we don't believe in God no more. Especially our black women. Because they don't respect men. They don't respect themselves. We don't respect ourselves. We don't respect women. We don't hold ourselves accountable. We feel entitled. I'm trying to understand, when did the poor man, the slave man, get any accountability? When did this poor man or the slave man was ever given anything? You entitled to what? If you don't got your freedom, then you ain't entitled to nothing. I don't care what it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you got. You could be a billionaire. If you ain't having freedom, if you don't got the power to set the people free, there's no entitlement for you. You're just part of the bougies, right? The get down, get along. The get down, lay down game. Ask P. Diddy. That's just what that is. That's nothing, bro. I don't mean nothing. Period. And that's an issue that we as individuals need to correct that. We need to correct that for real. Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it's gonna be us against them, bro. You see the Purge movies, you see all of that, man. It's gonna be us against them. So you need to get yourselves in order. We need to get ourselves in order. We need to start loving each other. We need to start seeking righteousness. Denounce these religions. Whether it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all that. The Hinduism, anything that was created by another race of people, black people shouldn't be participating in. You know? I don't even want to go into European restaurants. No disrespect. It's just not for me. I don't want to learn your culture. I don't want to taste your food. I don't want to eat seasonless chicken. I don't. I wanna be around my people. And that's what we need to start doing. Start desiring to be around our people. Start admiring our people. Start supporting our people. Start looking at our people like, damn, man, you really a great guy. You really a great girl. You really a great female. You really a great man. You really, you know what I'm saying? Just give compliments. Even if it's not warranted, just give it. What we got to lose? Listen, man, we still suffering from PTSS, post-traumatic slave disorder, post-traumatic slave syndrome, however you want to call it. We still suffering. We still haven't recovered. Will we ever recover? Absolutely not. Not as long as we in captivity. Not as long as these Europeans make rules and dictating our everyday lives. We'll never get over that. And you could beg for reparations. You could say, oh, we need this, we need that. Listen, let me tell you something. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to log off. The only payment that can be given for slavery is blood. Let me say that again. The only payment that can be given for slavery is blood. There's no money on the face of this earth that can add up, that could amount to the trauma our ancestors had to go through. And I'm gonna leave it as that, man. It's your brother, man, from the motherland, man. I came to you guys live. Once again, continue supporting, man. You know, this one I just decided to do it outside, man. You know, next time I'll probably be in the studio. I don't know. It's beautiful. I'm trying to, you know, let the sun dwell on me. So when it dwells on me, you know, my conversation or my speech just be legit. You know what I'm saying? Self-unique, you heard? But yeah, continue supporting, man. Leave all your feedback. Follow me on all these social media platforms, man. Repent and Die Podcast, man. Once you type that in, you're gonna see my face. You're gonna see the brand. You know I'm the man that continue doing what he can, and that is to continue keeping my foot on you heathens, you Hebrews, and the moon and stone. Heathen nice snakes. Are you dumb? Or are you dumb? And I'm gonna holler at y'all.